Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Dallas, Cowboys. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL landscape lately, you've noticed some seismic shifts happening around the league. But one of the most intriguing stories right now comes from the Houston Texans and their ongoing rebuild. Rumors driven by insiders like Diana Rossini are swirling that the Texans are actively exploring a blockbuster trade involving Will Anderson Jr., the star pass rusher, and it's not hard to see why. The Texans, currently sitting at a 4-3 record in the AFC South, are in a transitional phase. They're trying to balance their cap, which still has about $12 million in relief space, but with the looming extension for quarterback C.J. Stroud, they need to get creative. Anderson Jr., who burst onto the scene as a dominant force in his rookie year at Alabama and has carried that momentum into the NFL, is a player that every team would love to have. This guy is a true pass rush phenom. In his rookie season, he amassed a career-high 22 sacks, which is no small feat, especially considering he's just in his first year. But what makes Anderson Jr. stand out isn't just the sacks, it's the pressure he generates, the consistency in his win rate, and his athletic profile. He's got a career total of 140 pressures, and his PFF grade for 2025 stands at a staggering 91. 4 overall, positioning him among the top edge rushers in the league. His ability to influence games from the pass rush is exceptional, with a pass rush grade of 91.5, and his run defense is solid enough at 67.4. His athleticism is off the charts, grade 92, with a speed rush grade of 89, which gives him that explosive burst off the line that offensive linemen struggle to handle. In 5 games this season, Anderson already has 11 total tackles, 4 sacks, and a win rate of 22%. His EPA per rush, which measures his efficiency in creating disruption, is 35, and he's recorded 8 tackles for loss with 1 forced fumble. The Texans are weighing whether to hold on to him or trade him for draft capital, especially considering the possibility of a sophomore jump that any player of his caliber can make. Now, why would the Texans trade such a young, promising player? Well, there are strategic reasons. They're motivated by financial flexibility, about $12 million in cap relief, and they're also trying to avoid committing $18 million per year to Anderson if he hits that second-year breakthrough. The Texans are eyeing other targets like Joe Mixon and are looking to acquire draft picks, particularly to bolster their secondary, which has been a bit of a weakness. Their current focus is on drafting a cornerback with the pick they gained from trading Anderson, aiming to rebuild their secondary after losing Derek Stingley Jr., and to position themselves better for the future. Meanwhile, the Dallas Cowboys are watching these developments very closely. Despite their solid 3-3-1 record, they face some issues on defense, especially in the front 7. They're allowing about 120 rushing yards per game, which is higher than ideal, and their pass rush, while talented, has been somewhat inconsistent due to injuries. Overshown, their linebacker, is on IR with an ACL tear, and Diggs, their top corner, is out with a concussion. The team needs a spark, a versatile edge rusher who can complement Micah Parsons and bring that relentless pressure. Enter Will Anderson Jr., a player they're reportedly eyeing as a potential upgrade, a young, explosive talent who can help change the trajectory of their defense. The Dallas front office, known for being strategic and aggressive when it comes to bolstering their roster, sees Anderson as a perfect fit. His versatility, being able to rush the passer from different angles, drop into coverage if needed, and set the edge aligns with what they want in a pass rusher. Cowboys, with a cap of around $17 million, are in a solid position to make a move, especially considering how much they value a rush that can consistently pressure the quarterback and disrupt offensive rhythm. They've been operating with a rotation of players, but injuries and fatigue have taken a toll, making that top-tier talent even more necessary. Now, this potential trade could be a game-changer for the Cowboys. Just imagine how adding Anderson Jr. to their front would impact their season. His presence alone could boost their win rate by about 20%, according to some projections. That might sound ambitious, but the numbers back it up. Anderson's ability to generate pressure, already with 4 sacks in just 5 games this season, could lead to around 12 sacks total for the team if he joins them. And that's just the beginning. His presence on the field would help Micah Parsons free up, allowing him to focus more on coverage or rushing from different spots, creating a nightmare for offensive lines trying to contain both. The secondary is also set to benefit immensely. The Cowboys have been giving up around 215 passing yards per game, but with Anderson consistently harassing the quarterback, the secondary could see that number drop to around 185. The pressure Anderson creates would lead to more turnovers, potentially adding 10 more season takeaways, which is critical in close games. The team's EPA per rush could improve from -0.2 to an elite -0. 42, meaning they're not just getting sacks, but also forcing hurried throws, bad decisions, and ultimately turnovers. The added aggressiveness in blitz packages, potentially up by 15%, would keep opposing offenses on their heels and open up opportunities for interceptions and incompletions. One of the most exciting aspects of this potential trade is how it would position the Cowboys for the postseason and beyond. The Super Bowl odds are already shifting. Dallas's chances to win the title are improving significantly, moving from plus 8,000 to plus 3,200. That's a pretty substantial jump, especially considering the competition in the NFC. The Giants, for example, are at plus 2,000, but with Anderson's addition, the Cowboys could emerge as a real spoiler. In fact, the presence of a player like Anderson in the playoffs could be the X factor that propels Dallas into the deep rounds, perhaps even back to the Super Bowl. Looking at the bigger picture, the impact of this trade extends beyond just immediate wins. The Cowboys would be seen as a team that's not only aggressive, but also forward-thinking, building a young, dynamic front that echoes the legendary Doomsday defense from the 70s. Dak Prescott's precision passing, combined with a relentless young pass rush, could create a perfect storm. Anderson, with his athletic profile and explosiveness, is the kind of player who can change the course of a game in a matter of seconds. His burst, combined with Parsons' versatility, would make the Cowboys front one of the most feared units in the league, reminiscent of that era when Dallas dominated with relentless pressure and aggressive play. In terms of the season outlook, the Cowboys' defense would look fundamentally different with Anderson in the mix. Their win probability would climb, their ability to control games would improve, and their chances of finishing strong in the NFC would skyrocket. The NFL is a league where a single move can shift the balance of power, and it seems like Dallas is positioning itself to do just that. The team's commitment to investing in their defense without sacrificing cap space for 2025 shows a calculated approach, targeting premium talent like Anderson now to reap the benefits later. And let's not forget, the NFL playoffs are where legends are made. Anderson's athleticism and high-pressure production make him an ideal candidate to be that difference maker in January. His speed rush and pressure grades suggest he can outpace offensive tackles, create chaos in the backfield, and make life miserable for quarterbacks. That's exactly what the Cowboys need if they want to make a serious Super Bowl push. With this move, they could be setting the stage for a new era, one where young, hungry defenders team up with Dak Prescott's veteran leadership to challenge the league's best and perhaps finally bring that long-awaited Lombardi trophy back to Dallas. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So in summary, this potential trade involving Will Anderson Jr. is more than just a blockbuster. It's a strategic move that could reshape the Cowboys' future. It's about adding that young, explosive talent to a team that's already competitive, but just needs that extra push to contend at the highest level. Whether it's the improved win probabilities, the boost in sacks and turnovers, or the psychological edge it provides in the playoffs, Anderson's addition would be a statement. Dallas is serious about returning to the Super Bowl, and they're willing to make bold moves to get there. This trade could be that defining moment, the one that signals a new era, an era where the Cowboys once again rule the NFC and aim for NFL supremacy. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you believe Anderson Jr. is the missing piece? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him in that star on Sundays? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Cowboys.